Welcome back to Moments of Magic. Today we're diving into one of the most vibrant and historic cities in the world, Istanbul. With its unique blend of East and West, Istanbul is a city that will capture your heart. So here are the 10 amazing things you simply must do when visiting Istanbul. Remember, in a city like this, every corner holds a story and every street a new adventure.
Guys, as I always promise you, if you stay till the very end, I have some very special tips from you. These tips are definitely going to help you a lot to stay safe and be smart when you're traveling in Istanbul. So let's dive into this.
The magnificent Hagia Sophia was built by the Eastern Roman Emperor in 537 BC as the Church of Holy Wisdom. In 1453, the Ottoman forces led to the fall of Constantinople. The church was converted into the Hagia Sophia Mosque. 1934 to 2020, it was declared a museum. In 2020, the Hagia Sophia Museum was once again declared to be a mosque. In the present day, the Hagia Sophia has maintained its elegance and stands as a symbol of peaceful coexistence between two religions at heart of the Sultanahmet Square. Hagia Sophia is not just an architectural wonder, it's one of the only places in Istanbul where ancient Byzantine mosaics have been remarkably preserved despite centuries of change. These Christian mosaics are some of the oldest and most valuable works of art from the Byzantine era. Presence of both Christian mosaics and Islamic calligraphy side by side makes Hagia Sophia extremely unique. Welcome to Topkapi Palace, the jewel of Ottoman Empire. One of Istanbul's most iconic landmarks and a former home to Ottoman sultans for nearly 400 years. Situated on a beautiful hilltop with panoramic views of the Bosphorus, Topkapi isn't just a palace. It's a sprawling complex of courtyards, gardens, and lavish rooms that transport you straight into the heart of Ottoman power and luxury. Topkapi Palace is built around four main courtyards, each with its own unique charm. As you move from one to the next, you'll see beautiful gardens, ornate fountains, and ancient trees that tell the stories of a grand era. And don't miss the terrace. From here, you'll have breathtaking views of the Bosphorus Strait. It's easy to imagine the Sultan standing right here, looking out over the sea and contemplating their vast empire. Topkapi Palace is enormous. It's not just a single building, but a whole complex with multiple courtyards, gardens, and rooms. If you're planning to visit, make sure to set aside enough time. Exploring the entire place, especially if you want to see the Hurem quarters and the treasury in detail, can easily take half a day or more. Wear comfortable shoes, bring some water, and prepare to be transported back into time. Dolmabahce Palace is one of the most impressive places in Istanbul, known for its European-inspired architecture and extravagant interiors. Located right on the Bosphorus, this palace was built in the 19th century as a symbol of Ottoman Empire's modernization and a desire to showcase its power on a global stage. As you step inside, you'll be greeted by the magnificent crystal staircase, an architectural marvel made of baccarat crystal, brass, and mahogany. It leads to the palace's showstopper, the main hall, where you'll find a gigantic crystal chandelier weighing over 4 tons, the largest of its kind in the world. Just imagine the grandeur of events and ceremonies held here. Dolmabahce is filled with rooms adorned with gold leaf, fine frescoes, and elegant European artwork. Dolmabahce Palace is huge as well, just like Topkapi Palace, so make sure you allow enough time to explore. It's easy to spend several hours here, especially if you want to take in every ornate detail of the room and the scenic gardens. Remember, there are strict rules on photography inside, so enjoy the experience in person. the Grand Bazaar is one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world, a place where you can truly feel the heart of Istanbul. With over 4,000 shops selling everything from jewelry and carpets to spices and souvenirs, the Grand Bazaar is a treasure trove of Turkish culture and craftsmanship. Every corner is filled with color and energy, and exploring here feels like stepping back in time. You'll find handmade carpets, beautiful ceramics, and traditional Turkish lanterns. But one of the most fun part is the art of haggling. It's expected and can lead to some great deals as well. So go for it, guys. However, a quick tip: because the Grand Bazaar is popular with tourists, you'll want to watch out for scams and overpriced items. Some vendors might offer special discounts that are actually marked up or sell items that aren't as authentic as they appear. Don't be afraid to shop around, compare prices, and trust your instinct. Despite that, the Grand Bazaar is an unforgettable experience. It's a sensory feast where you can enjoy the charm of Istanbul's markets and maybe even find a unique piece to bring home. Next up is the Gata Tower. Standing tall since the 14th century, this medieval stone tower has watched over the city for hundreds of years. Originally built by the Genoese as a lookout, it offers one of the best panoramic views of Istanbul. Located in the bustling Galata district, the tower is hard to miss. Once you climb to the top or take an elevator for a smoother ride, you'll reach the observation deck, where you're greeted with 360-degree views of the city, from the Bosphorus to the minarets of the old Istanbul. Istiklal Street is Istanbul's most famous pedestrian street, stretching over a kilometer and filled with shops, cafes, and vibrant street life. This street has something for everyone, from international brands to unique local Turkish stores. I actually shopped for clothes here and discovered some fantastic modern Turkish brands. The quality of fabrics and craftsmanship is really impressive. It's an amazing place to experience modern Turkish fashion. Aside from shopping, the street has lively atmosphere with musicians, artists, and a historic tram passing by. Istiklal Street is more than just a shopping spot. It's a place to feel the energy of Istanbul. You can walk up to Taksim Square, which is a cultural hub as well. Next, we are visiting one of Istanbul's most recognizable landmarks, the Blue Mosque, also known as the Sultanahmet Mosque. Built in the 17th century, this mosque is famous for its striking architecture with 6 towering minarets and cascades of domes. The Blue Mosque gets its nickname from the beautiful blue Iznik tiles that covered the interior walls. Over 20,000 painted tiles create a serene and ethereal atmosphere inside. When sunlight streams in through the stained glass windows, the whole space glows with soft blue light. Every detail inside is a masterpiece, from the intricate calligraphy of Quranic verses to the delicate stained glass. This attention to beauty and precision reflects the skill and artistry of the Ottoman era. Because the Blue Mosque is still an active place of worship, it's important to be respectful. Dress modestly, and if you're visiting during prayer times, you might have to wait a little bit. Standing in the courtyard, surrounded by the mosque's majestic arches and towering minarets, you really get a sense of grandeur and peace that place offers. The Blue Mosque isn't just a sight to see, it's a space to pause and appreciate the beauty of history and culture. Now we are heading underground to one of Istanbul's most unique and mysterious sites, the Basilica System. Built in the 6th century during the Byzantine era, this massive underground water reservoir is often called the Sunken Palace. As you walk through the dimly lit rows of 336 marble columns, you'll feel like you've stepped into an ancient world. The soft glow and the echoing sounds create a surreal atmosphere. One
One of the most intriguing parts of the system is the Medusa heads. These ancient carvings, placed at the base of two columns, are shrouded in mystery. The Basilica System was used to store and supply water to the Great Palace and surrounding buildings. Its intricate design and sheer size reveal the engineering genius of the Byzantines, who created this reservoir nearly 1500 years ago. Visiting the Basilica System feels like entering a hidden realm beneath the city. It's a reminder of Istanbul's layered history,
where each level of city holds secrets waiting to be uncovered. One of the best ways to experience Istanbul is by taking a Bosphorus Cruise. This scenic journey lets you see the city from a whole new perspective as you travel between Europe and Asia along the famous Bosphorus. As the boat glides along, you'll pass by some of Istanbul's most iconic sites, like the Grand Dolmabahce Palace, the medieval Rumeli Fortress, and the legendary Maiden's Tower. Each landmark has its own story, and seeing them from the Bosphorus adds an extra layer of magic. The Bosphorus Cruise also offers stunning views of the city's two major bridges, including the Bosphorus Bridge and the Fatih Sultan Mehmed Bridge. They connect the European and the Asian sides of Istanbul, making it feel like you're in two continents at once. For an unforgettable experience, consider taking a sunset cruise. As the sun dips down below the horizon, the city lights begin to sparkle, and the Bosphorus transforms into a truly enchanting setting. We took the evening cruise that included dinner and a Turkish show. Most people felt that this was very touristy and that the show and the food was kinda average. Everyone had a lot of fun though. Whether it's a short ferry ride or a longer evening cruise, the Bosphorus is a must-do to really feel the pulse of Istanbul. It's more than just a journey. The Turkish Hamam. This is a traditional Turkish bath. They let you soak in steam and warm water and then give you a full body scrub. After which they make you lay on a warm marble, cover you in bubbles, and give you a massage. You can also add some hair treatment, oil massage. Look out on the description for the top 5 hammam places to go to. We went to the Hagia Sophia Hamam, which is one of the most historic hammams in Istanbul. So get ready to come out of the hammam with a baby-like skin, feeling like a sultan or a sultana. Thank you guys for waiting till the very end. I'm now going to give you some special tip to travel smart and safe in Istanbul. Taxis are a huge problem in Istanbul. They are at the top of the scammers list. They overcharge you extremely and will take you only for a longer distance. If you want to ride for over 5 to 10 kilometer radius, they're not going to take you. If you are in central Istanbul and you book an Uber or taxi, they will basically never arrive and you can end up waiting for them forever. This, however, is not a reflection of Istanbul's people. People in Turkey are very nice and friendly. One time, a police officer tried to help us get a taxi in Taksim and forced the driver to use the meter. The driver got so angry about this and literally kept mumbling angrily throughout the ride. Good thing we didn't know what he was mumbling. The taxi ride was, however, very stressful. There will be a lot of walking in Istanbul, so always wear comfy shoes and carry water. Public transport is very easy and convenient. Just make sure your hotel is close to a bus stop or better a metro station. The traffic in Istanbul is very slow, and that's why I found it that the best way to travel was either metro or just walking around. In the public transport, be very careful with your belongings. I recommend buying an Istanbul card. I had one and it was so easy to travel with it. Even 2 people or 3 people can travel with the same card and they can just tap it multiple times. It's very easy to recharge. There are kiosks pretty much everywhere at the metro station, or it can be recharged at a kiosk at a bus stop. So it's pretty convenient. Be careful about scams. They are everywhere.
Tourist heavy areas sometimes attract people trying to overcharge or trick travelers, especially around major attractions. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, walk away. Do some research online. Nothing to be scared of, just something to be mindful of. Just want to add one more thing, that Istanbul is very safe. Everywhere I went was by public transport or walk, and I never felt unsafe. Entry prices vary depending on how busy it gets. Just make sure you research each place before you go there and see whether that price is worth for you or not. Entry tickets in 2024 were very high, and for some places we felt that they were extremely overpriced. But that depends on your liking. Different people have different opinions. Also, buy your tickets online, else you'll have to wait in a very long line to get a ticket and then in a very long line for the entry. If you buy tickets online, you can sometimes get discounts, and also you can skip the line for the ticket counter. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Istanbul. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our magical adventures here on Moments of Magic. Until next time, safe travels!